Hello everyone, today we're going to be ranking every single Alien movie that has come out, all 8 of them, and my least favorite is going to be Alien Resurrection, which I think is a horrible movie. 2.6, it seems kind of fair. Um, Most people gave it a 6. I mean, I can understand that. There's some really good moments of the movie, but they ruined Ripley's character, and the ending is just really hard and gross to watch almost. It's one of my least favorite movie endings. That's why I hate this movie so much. Number 7 is going to be Alien versus Predator Requiem. Now, a lot of people have this probably at the bottom of 1.6. That is a very low score for Letterboxd. Most people seem to really hate this movie. There's like 31 fans. So, who are those 31 fans? It's just a really bad movie. It's really hard to see. People say it's really dark. I don't think it's as bad as people say, but it is pretty darn annoying. There's some kind of like I feel like the first AVP was too light for it's just PG-13 is way too light. This one just seems a little too heavy. Like if if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Just kind of a little bit strange. Feel like they had to be maybe they just saw they saw that people didn't like the PG-13 one, and they just went a little too crazy with the R rating. Well, maybe it had to do with the R rating, but kind of like a moment in the movie. But again, the movie's just kind of bad, really bad actually. And it's probably one of the worst Predator and probably one of the worst Alien movies. Most people have this at the bottom for both Predator and Alien. I would probably have it second for both Predator and Alien, but if I ever make a Predator ranking, I don't know where it'd be. Number 6 is going to be Alien 3. Now, I think a lot of people would have this at least at number 5, and some people would even have it higher. Now, again, you can see like what would be a really good third film, and honestly, I think they hired a phenomenal director for each Alien film, and they had David Fincher direct this film, which is a great director. Same with Ridley Scott and James Cameron, but as you know, the people didn't let him do his thing. I don't know how to say it, but whatever. But it could have been one of the best trilogies ever. You can kind of see a little bit of what that trilogy could have been like. But this film was kind of boring. Has some really good moments. The setting, I really like the setting. But again, the beginning just destroys the perfect ending of the second one, and pretty much ruins the second one, and just makes you just super spiteful of the movie. If you know, you know, like lot of just kind of vague, but I would say it's like most people would put it like 4 or 5. I'm putting it 6 because I have a lot of issues with it, but I do think it is a little bit better of a film than maybe 5. Now 5 is going to be Alien versus Predator. Now I think this is kind of a fun film. It's kind of nostalgic because I watched it a long time ago, and it's kind of a fun movie. Has that Paul W.S. Anderson charm to it. I like a lot of his movies, mostly like a couple like the first Resident Evil I enjoy. Definitely more of a fun, goofy movie with some pretty decent action and some pretty good fight scenes. It's a cool team up. It should have definitely had an R rating, but it shouldn't have gone as far as AVP 2 did. It's pretty stupid, but it's kind of a fun movie. It's like you can have fun with it. It's not horrible. A 5 seems a little harsh. I'd give it like a late 5s. I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. But it's stupid fun. You can rewatch it. Number 4 is going to be Covenant. Now, a lot of people really don't like Prometheus and Covenant, and I actually quite enjoy both of them. Now, this is the first one I actually really like. I think the 4 I just mentioned were kind of bad. Like, I'd give them a negative review. But this one I actually do enjoy. That poster is actually really cool. I'm glad that's a really cool poster. Normally, like, the ones that they use for Letterboxd are really bad. But a 6 seems a little harsh. I mean, it's fair, I guess. But again, the characters are incredibly stupid. But it is kind of a really fun movie. There's a lot of really good alien moments. The white aliens are scary. It's very gory, but it really works. It's a nice addition to the Alien franchise. I wish it would get its third movie it deserves. Probably not wouldn't be the best. I feel like it couldn't end out good with what they're setting up, but it would have been cool to see. Again, I do like the style of Prometheus and Covenant, and I do really enjoy Covenant for a lot that it does. Number 3 is going to be Prometheus, which I really do enjoy. I think that they're not phenomenal movies, but they are good movies. I like that it's not really an alien movie, and it's an alien prequel, but also has its own vibe to it, while still being kind of spooky. But it has a really nice charm and really nice feel to it. It's a really interesting movie, so I do enjoy it. I think it's a little overhated, but I can see why people do hate it. I do enjoy it. But of course, the number 2 are just the number 2. So for most people, this is probably their number 1. This is my number 2, which is Alien, a classic horror movie of the genre, near perfect movie, really good movie. So, I mean, pretty much everyone's seen it. 1.5 million views on Letterboxd. Yeah, everyone's seen it. My number 1 is actually Aliens, which I think I do prefer a horror movie over the action version that Aliens is. But I just prefer the story, and I like all the characters more, and I just prefer the movie just a little bit, not a little bit, but quite a lot. It's just a classic, absolute classic.